Hi guys, and welcome to a new video. This time we're going to be talking about waypoint scouting and exactly what waypoint scouting is. So I'm just going to boot up this game against the computer. We're China and we're against a random army. So this is going to be a game played on either gentle with random balance turned off, or with game ranger, so you don't know what your enemy is. Your enemy is random, and when you're an army like China, it's very weak, and ideally you want to know what enemy you are against. So I'm going to show you what waypoint scouting is. So basically, here's our command center, and any building that we can do a waypoint from. So like a supply stash, supply center, war factory, command center. You can put the waypoint around here, and you can put it in the fog of war as well, like this. So basically, what a waypoint scout is, we're going to put the have the command center selected, and we're going to click over here, and you see we can't place our rally point, but we can place it there. Okay, so what that means is there's a building there, and we know we're against the computer. The computer never sells a command center, so we know the command center is there. Okay, so you might ask, what use is that? However, we can find out where other buildings are too. So over here we know there's a building there, and over here we know the computer hasn't expanded yet. So okay, that's useful as well. But let's say we want to work out what army this is. Okay, so if you're against a pro player and they are GLA, you're going to want to scout around here. This is the first thing you'll probably do, and if you detect a building straight away, there's going to be a barracks there, and the only army that can be is GLA, because China has to build a power first somewhere around here, and then they build a barracks. But if you're using the command center straight away and you find a building there, the only army that can possibly be is a GLA, or I suppose the enemy could have placed a few scaffolds there to try and fool you, but I've never seen that happen before. So that would be GLA. Another way to tell if it's GLA is, so GLA doesn't have to build power. Generally, pro players will build a barracks first, facing forward, on any map really, and then they'll have a supply straight away. Within, I think it's less than like 10 seconds, they can have a supply. So you notice the timer at the top right. We're on 2 minutes now, but if we were under 10 seconds and we can't place our waypoint there, you can actually even draw the outline of the building. Judging by how wide that building is, if you were really good, you could probably even work out what army that is, because the supplies for the enemy are different widths. I'm not actually sure what that is. So if you detected a building there and you detected a building there really quick, GLA is probably going to be what it is. If you are doing a waypoint scout, if you've done a waypoint scout over here, you can't find any buildings, and then you go over here, you can't find anything as well, and you can't find anything over here, then you might be starting to think USA, because you could scout around here. So you see there's something there. That's probably going to be a power plant. And let's say you can't find anything over here. USA doesn't always do his supply there. He does it like sometimes over here. So you'd be looking all around, and then you'd find something here, probably going to be USA. And if he builds something there and all around here is clear, again, probably going to be USA. This computer is a bit retarded because he hasn't built anything there, so we know that whole area is clear. In the beginning of a game, let's say you're trying to tank, for example, and you go in 2 war factories, there's a lot of dead time where you're just watching your supplies collect, and your 2 war factories that you have will be idle and doing absolutely nothing. So that's your time to select one of your war factories. You can be queuing up units and stuff, and while those are building, you've got about 8 seconds. You can do a scout along the side like this. And if you can detect something, there's probably going to be a forward war factory. It's probably going to be a China. He's probably going to be sending a flamer down the side. So just to recap, then, if you do it really quick and you find a building over here, it's probably going to be barracks, probably going to be GLA. And the way to check is if he's got a really fast supply over here, that's probably going to be GLA. If you can't find anything there and you can't find anything over here, and over here, probably going to be USA, because he does his supplies further back, and the other one is China. So let's say you don't find a building there, you do a waypoint around here, you find a power plant, and then you So I think it takes between 17 and 27 seconds. So in 17 seconds, the China can have a supply there. So if you detect a supply there around the 17-second mark, then you know. It might take a little bit longer for the top one because his dozer starts here and he's got to go back. So maybe allow like 19 or 20 seconds if you're Waypoint Scout on the top. And 27 seconds to build a supply over here. That's roughly it. All depends. It all depends on how fast the player is at the beginning. If you're against a pro, it's probably going to be 17 and 27 seconds, and yeah, then it'll be China. So around 17 seconds will be China there.
Lost.
And if you well, if you can't detect anything there, then it's definitely USA. If you can detect something there, then it's probably GLA or China, and generally GLA will get his supply there a lot quicker. So under 27 seconds. So yeah, basically you can use that on any map. You can use it to even scout build orders. So if China goes forward war factory there, I haven't measured the exact timings. You can probably do that yourself if you just build a power plant and then send a supply there. I think probably going to be around 17 seconds. If you have something there and your Waypoint Scout, it's probably going to be a forward war factory. And if you're GLA, you're probably going to want to make sure you've got terrorists out and ready for that truck rush to running over your workers. So that's a quick overview on Waypoint Scouting. Obviously if you're USA you don't need this, but with any China and any GLA, when your enemy is random like that, you can use that in the beginning to work out what army you're against. And when you're China, that can help a lot by like if you're USA, you're obviously going to make things like troop crawlers and rockets, where you wouldn't do that against another army necessarily. So yeah, I hope that quick tip helps you guys. Any questions, let me know in the comments. If there's any other tips or any other questions you have, let me know in the comments or by an email, and I'll try and do a quick video on that. So yeah, cheers guys, and good game.